I'm here this afternoon in one of the busiest tackle shops in the country, Lanes of Coventry. I'm joined by Wayne Sharman. Wayne, you've worked in this tackle shop for 21 years, I believe.
I have indeed.
In that time, you've seen a lot of tackle come and a lot of tackle go.
Certainly have.
Right, what I'm going to ask you today is, what are your top 5 tackle items of 2018? What do you think the best releases of this year have been?
Well, for me, the first one would probably be the Century reels from Creston Innovations.
Yeah, what do you like about them?
They're just top quality. They've come to the market. They're good price. You get 2 lots of handles, spare spool. We had no problems whatsoever for them. So, they just seem to have gone into the top of the range market and hit where it needed to be straight away.
That's really interesting. I know you are something of a feeder fishing specialist. You do a lot of that kind of fishing and catch an awful lot of fish as well. Dyer and Shimano, to me, have had a stranglehold on that sort of top end
very much so. Very much so.
Years. And you think this is competing?
Absolutely. Price-wise, it's right where it needs to be. Quality-wise, like I say, no issues whatsoever. The clutch on them is absolutely spectacular, and they're push-on, push-off spools, which to a lot of people, is what's required. They don't want to undo the clutch all the time to get the spool off, so seem to have got everything right on them.
That is interesting because, as you say, most sort of top-end reels are. You have to undo the drag to get the spool off. So interesting.
Yeah.
And what would your next choice be?
Just a smaller item, really, which really seems to have hit the market heavy, was Pro Expanders.
Right. Okay.
Just a good product, sensible price, and nice and easy to use. And I think that's the real.
I suppose it's one of them things, an expander pellet, isn't it? Where there's a lot of them out there, but good anglers, really good anglers, look out for the best ones all the time. And you think, that's what these are. Yeah,
just dead easy to use. I mean, obviously you can just prep them overnight rather than having to do them on the bank. You haven't got to worry about taking your pump with you, and they just seem to come out perfect every time. So, but not expensive, but nice and easy to use.
And that's the Soddy Baits Pro Expanders.
It is.
How do you prepare them when you're fishing with them, Wayne?
Just do them overnight, a little bit of water, stick them in the fridge, and away you go the next morning.
Lovely, simple as that.
Simple as that. Can't get them wrong.
And that's a big thing with expanders.
Yeah.
Excellent. And your third choice?
My third choice would be the Creston Innovations maglock rig system, where the hook lengths go into the box and they're all magnetic. You can either obviously do them yourself, or you can get them a full range of pre-tides now in 4-inch, 6-inch, and 15-inch. Just seem to have really stormed the market. A totally different system, and the pre-tides seem real good quality as well. That's
really interesting. I mean, I first saw this idea of being able to remove and add in pins into a hook length box. It's in a Creston model a couple of years ago, but obviously Creston are constantly developing products, and this is a new system. As you say, you can buy individual pins, can't you? With specific hook lengths on them.
Yeah, and obviously with it all being magnetic sealed, seems to stop any condensation or water getting into the system as well, which obviously is always a problem for anglers.
Yeah.
And the pre-tide seem really well done as well, on sensible lines with sensible hook sizes, and the quality seems bang on as well.
I think the nice thing is, obviously we swap and change. Like anglers like us, we fish a lot of different venues, a lot of different times, and there's nothing worse than having to take 10 or 15 different hook length boxes.
No, that's right.
Sometimes you do. You can just pick the pins specific to what you want, and off you go.
Absolutely, and it's all marked up on the side, so it's nice and clear. See where you're at, pull them out. Especially if it's wet, you obviously want to get in, get out straight away. You can very clear on the side, and away you go again.
Absolutely. And the fourth choice?
For me, Matrix Slicks has really come to the fore.
Interesting, right, okay.
Obviously, over the years, been a big hydro and hollows fan. Slicks come to the market probably 6 months ago now, and really seems to have taken hold.
Just tell me a bit about that. I've heard some really, really good things about this elastic, but it's neither a hollow nor a solid, is it? It's like a hybrid elastic.
It's classed as a hybrid, which seems to have the same stretch, but seems to pull the fish back a lot quicker. The wear on it seems to be good up to now. Obviously time will only tell with that, but it certainly seems to everybody that I've spoke to that uses it raves about it. And price wise, it's right up there. Obviously it's less than most hollows and hydros, and obviously that's a big concern for anglers when they're doing multiple tops. So it keeps the price down where that's concerned as well.
Absolutely. And just as a side really, what are your favourite sizes in that? What sizes do you actually use for your fishing?
I mean, for the fishing that I do, you know, obviously I use metal hands a lot or whatever, so it's the heavier size that I tend to use, 10s to 12s up to the 14, 16 sizes. But obviously there is a full range from 4 to 6 up all the way through to the carp fishing side of it. So anybody who wants to fish for F1s at Tunnel Barn, there's 4 to 6 and 6 to 8. So there's everything covered.
Brilliant. And your final choice, number 5, what's it going to be?
Number 5, well, obviously just recently to the market, but seemed to have had a real big impact, is the MTX poles.
Yeah.
Obviously well documented already. Obviously I've got one myself, but there's a price range for everybody from £500 up to 3,000, but the quality throughout the range just seems immense.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you a bit about that then. Wayne, obviously, I remember I used to fish with Matrix Dynamite Trentman, and we had the old Nemesis pole.
Yeah.
Or some of the lads in the team had the Nemesis
Yeah.
pole. Very impressed with it. Got on really well with it. Is this off a similar mandrel, or is it a new?
Exactly the same mandrel. I had Nemesis myself.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking about getting one of these, obviously it was a big factor in me having another purchase, because it's all off the same mandrel, which means I can carry on using my Nemesis and have a new pole with a full set of spares for both effectively.
Yeah.
So for me, a big impact on that. But obviously the lower price poles, I think are going to be a big hit come the spring.
Yeah.
You know, there's one at £500, one at £799, and the packages with them are good as well. Very stiff, very straight.
Brilliant. Okay, well, if you want any more information on any of these products, obviously you can check out the relevant manufacturers' websites, which will have been on the screen as the products have been described. And obviously, if you want to speak to Wayne, he's here in Lanes. They're letting you have Christmas Day off this year.
Letting me have it off this year, yeah.
So any day after Christmas Day or into the new year, he'll be available to speak to.
I will be.
Somebody's ringing now.
They are.